I'm the pub brewer at Bell's. I do most of our specialty brewing. My name is Patrick Takaz, and I've been here since 2012.
My name is Mike Alsop, senior brewer, unofficial barrel wrangler. Been at Bell's for 6 years, going on 7 years.
One of the things that I love about brewing at B1 is that we do everything the old school way. You could consider the brewing that we do down here analog, whereas the brewing that would be done in Comstock can be considered digital. There's a little bit more freedom to use different ingredients and use different kinds of barrels. The main reason that brewers put beer into barrels is to coax flavors out of those barrels that really are unavailable any other way. It's interacting with the wood, it's also interacting with the spirit that was previously in the wood. Bourbon, gin, rum, sherry.
Oaky, vanilla, roasty, chocolatey. The bourbon itself adds to the already great beers.
Some of our barrels were made in France, some were made here in America. They're made with different kinds of oak, aged outside for different periods of time. And I would say each one of them has their own unique flavor contributions.
Some ingredients that we've put in barrel in the past are cherries for the Traverse City Cherry Toccoa. There's 80 pounds of cherries going to each bourbon barrel by hand. Once it's determined what brand is destined for barrels, we'll fuzz the yeast out of the beer, schedule a rack, prepare a rack rig, and lay out the barrels. And through temperature change, that beer will move in and out of the wood. That's how you get the most barrel character. From there, start doing samples to see how the beer is aging. And once it's determined by sensory, it's ready. We'll schedule a barrel rack. When a tank is available, build, sanitize, and purge a tank. And CO2 is supplied to the barrel to push the beer out to the tank. Once all the beer is racked out of barrels in a tank, that tank will get spun and sampled for the lab to run a representative sample for ABV. Then it'll be chilled, carved, packaged, and out to the consumer.
We typically add beer to barrels after primary fermentation has subsided. The only exceptions to that would be sour beers. We add our sour beers to foeders and wine barrels to ferment in the barrel itself. Behind me, you see one of our 100 barrel foeders, and it usually stays in there 12 to 18 months. We allow the wood to act as a welcome home for the Brettanomyces and for the bacteria that's living in there right now, making the beer sour and delicious.
As far as how long the beers generally stay in the barrel, it all depends on sensory. It could be 2 to 4 months or all the way up to 12 months. Let's say Expedition Stout. I've got 97 bourbon barrels of Expedition Stout. So about 2 to 4 months, I'll grab random samples, about 8 different barrels, and put that on sensory. And we'll see how it's coming along. And I'll keep doing that monthly until it's determined, hey, this is good, this is how it should be.
Just as we treat each barrel as a new ingredient, each beer should be treated as a new brand. It's going to taste different. It's going to have totally different aromas. In most cases, the alcohol will be increased a little bit. They're truly something to be savored and enjoyed at special occasions with special people.
There are several brands that we put in barrels. Black Note, of course, which consists of Expedition Stout, Double Cream Stout. Most recently, we put Hell Hath in a Four Roses barrels, 30th anniversary, and some Buffalo Trace barrels. Expedition Stout by itself, which is awesome. I think it's our best barrel-aged beer.
Überon is a great example of the innovation that goes on within Bell's and within the Bell's employees. It was a great chance for us to capitalize on a beer that is already wildly popular and then combine it with a process, barrel aging, and it was a success. It's a totally different beer.
A lot of hard work goes into barrel aging. Most rewarding thing is to be out there when something is tapped that you're a part of making and seeing everybody's excitement. It feels great that I'm a part of that.
You know, there's truly no better feeling in the world than to sit at the pub and observe what customers around me are drinking. And the beers that usually catch my ear the most would be the barrel-aged beers. And countless occasions, listen to a customer recommend a barrel-aged beer that we made to another customer, or tell the bartender how much they love it. It's an overwhelming sense of pride when you know how hard you worked on brewing a beer and then aging it for a year, getting it out of the barrel successfully, and finally getting it into kegs and then into the bar and into the hands of people. There's really no better feeling as a brewer. You know, I think that's really what it's all about.